All right, welcome to our team call. Happy Monday night, everybody. My name is Ellen. Thank you for hopping on. I know it's crazy. Stuff is crazy right now. It's crazy, like the flooding and here where we live, it's just the fires and it's weird. It's so weird. There's a lot going on right now. So thank you for being on. And Let me just preface this by saying this is part 2 of how to be a 500 plus PV coach and the importance of being a 500 plus PV coach. And it really is the sequel to last week's call. And I'm not going to take the time to rehash what we went over last week out of respect for those of you guys that showed up last week, and out of respect for those of you that already took the time to listen to the replay. So if that doesn't include you, you're going to want to watch last week's first because this really does puzzle piece in. But the one thing I did want to say is that there is the original kind of content idea behind the 500 plus PV coach and recognizing this coach, whether it's or becoming this coach maybe is where you need to be. It came from Milan Jensen. So in I was going to say season 1 in episode 1 of this call, you can hear why I'm delivering the content instead of just giving you her video to watch. Her video is outstanding, but there's a specific reason. I spelled it out last week, why you're hearing the content from me. So we talked about, does anyone remember what we talked about last week? We started off by talking about what is volume. Let's assume you guys got that down. You got PV, you've got TV, you understand the importance of it. Do you remember we made slides? I know Adele was taking note. I can see when you guys are taking note.
U+2.
U+2. Yeah. Oh, good. You guys have your notebooks and you're ready to go. So do I. So do I. All right. So we talked about
Scooch back and then sit up.
you know what I didn't do? I'm sorry. I didn't mute you guys. My bad. So I actually really like when you unmute yourselves and you guys engage and interact. So please don't take my muting you as a sign. It just cuts down on the background. Okay, so unmute yourself at any time and jump in. So we talked about ideas. Remember, we had like 3 kind of good ideas on how to become a 500 PV coach or how to teach a coach how to become a 500 PV coach. We talked about how going forward, we're going to really, within our own team, recognize this type of coach. Even though there's not a lot of built-in recognition company-wide in terms of badges or titles or bells and whistles or, that kind of thing. So we're going to just draw out some more ideas in a very few, maybe 15 minutes worth of content for each night. So a 500 plus PV activity, go ahead and write that down on your first slide that we're going to make. Remember, we were making our own slides in part because I'm not very good at it and in part because I think you'll learn better. And before we go any further, did you hear about those babies? Yay! Oh my gosh. Felder babies have been introduced to the world. So I meant to say that right off the bat. Colton, can you let the dog out, please? Okay, so 500 plus PV activity number 1. Groups and challenge groups. They are like, do you remember last week we talked about how some organizations have you have a party? They have you have the candle party, the makeup party, the whatever party. Your challenge group is like your party, but it's online. So those are the parties that we need to have. They're a time-sensitive, impending event, meaning if you don't jump on or join or purchase by a certain date, you miss out. So there's something to that. There's something to the time sensitivity of an impending event. Hold on one second, please. All right, I'm gonna have to let my dog out. Okay, so similarly, besides the challenge group on this slide is the free group. Brian, would you unmute and tell them about your free group that you're doing right now?
If you guys haven't seen, I've got a 7-minute KISS club going on right now. So a KISS club is keep it super simple. So it's just 7 minutes of exercise. And we started the day, and there's, 50 plus people doing it with me. So it's just a variety of exercises that we've all seen in different Beachbody programs for the most part. So we'll see how it goes. I've done free. When I first started, I did a lot of free groups, and that's how I think I gained a lot of credibility and a better following, and got some customers that way. Oh, you want, Adele?
Well, tell them, like, you're actually going to do. You have the list of exercises, but you're also going to do your own video. Speak about that real quick.
Yeah, so I gave them the list of exercises, and I gave them a breakdown of each exercise via video. And then as this week progresses, I'm going to give them some intensified exercises they can do. Like, for instance, with a push-up, you can do your knees down as a modification, or you can do like a plyo push-up. So I'm gonna coach them on technique and whatnot. Just jump in the group and give quick videos each morning. It's only for 5 days, so we'll see how it goes, and I'll probably continue it a couple times at least. So I didn't jump in live. I think I'm gonna pre-record the videos, so I want to post them early in the morning. So that probably the night before, I'll show, like, instead of a burpee with a jump, maybe it'll be a burpee push-up jump or burpee push-up tuck jump. Just give them the people variety if they want to increase. It's only 7 minutes, but today I did it, and then afterwards I posted on my Facebook page just a quick video after 7 minutes and sweating and breathing hard, heart rate up and whatnot. So
yeah, and so, like, that's totally within his wheelhouse, because he is a live instructor, so that is within his scope of practice. And also, it's within his wheelhouse making videos. It's something he's good at. And, when he started as a coach, he's personally sponsored by me, and he's been one of my, longest standing diamond coaches, and really never loses his rank. And he did get a lot of traction in the beginning with free groups. Okay, my dog finally finished pooping. Sorry. So he did gain a lot of traction, and what he did, like plank groups, like a plank group where you would plank for a certain amount of minutes. And I think, like, at the end, we were planking for like 4 minutes, right? Something like that. And then there were squat challenges and stuff like that. Well, because he also teaches in the gym, he would have some of his class participants do it after class. Well, that was brilliant, because the people that weren't doing it were like, wait, what's everybody doing after class in a circle? Like, why is everybody getting in a circle doing planks? I want to be part of that. And so it was just really cool. So that's a good idea. But then we also have talked about recently, because of one of the National Wake Up Calls we heard, is doing a free group that has nothing to do with health and fitness. So it's another really good idea. We masterminded about it on a Thursday. I think we masterminded about it. I don't think we team called about it. I think right, Sherry, we mastermind. Stop! My animals are going crazy. I think we were going to Jake was going to do like a wine. I think it was a mastermind, right? It wasn't a team call. It was a mastermind. So those are smaller, more intimate. You guys are always invited every Thursday, 4:30. We have a mastermind. There's like 6 to 8 to 5 of us, and we really take a level deeper. We take a level deeper from the team call or from the National Wake Up Call or for something else. And for Jake, it was going to be like wine tasting, like a Friday night pairing of everyone had to invest in a couple bottles of wine. And he was going to, talk about how you can describe and whatever. I don't know. It's not my wheelhouse. It's his. And then I talked about doing a free art group, like art lessons. I haven't started that yet. We had lots of ideas that were not fitness related. And I think, stop. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not fit to be leading a team call, but would you look at this cute cat? He is literally unplugging He's literally unplugging my computer. All right. So we talked about how non-fitness free groups can be great as well. Dana is doing affirmations and meditations, totally in her wheelhouse. She has a degree in psychology. So that is a 500 plus PV activity, is these time-sensitive impending events. Challenge group, free groups, special interest groups. So that means you're either joining or starting a special interest group. I'm in a bunch. I am now following a bunch of Savannah cat, Bengal cat owners, stuff like that. Sherry, you're following, aren't you doing Vancouver moms? Aren't you, unmute, tell us what kind of groups you're following right now.
I am doing Vancouver moms. We have a Playdates page in Vancouver. There's like a national stay-at-home mom page that I'm really active on. And I'm in talks with people all across the United States because of that stay-at-home moms group. I'm in a couple sewing groups and also a couple crochet groups.
Awesome.
That I haven't really been able to post in there because I haven't had time, but I'm working at getting to that point with those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Even if you go in there for 30 seconds at the end of the day and like some posts really quickly, your name at least will keep popping up in there. Okay, so, and then finally on this slide that you're creating, VIP customer group. So this is when you finish your challenge group, having Kim's VIP customer group. So it's like her ongoing, and I need to do this myself. This is one of my biggest practical takeaways I'm going to walk away from part B of this call with, is that I need to create one of these. So I just sort of try to get my customers to do another challenge with me and do another challenge with me and do another challenge with me, or become a coach with me, or become a coach with me, or become a coach with me. But what about just those ongoing customers that don't want to always be in my next challenge group, is having your VIP, your graduates group, your best customers, and giving value in there, gifts, giveaways, prizes. These are your best customers. Maybe you go through your customer base and see who's on Shakeology Home Direct, or who is a BOD, who has BOD All Access. Those people are invested and they have some type of an auto enrollment thing going on with you. Put them in your VIP, just reach out and be like, you're one of my VIP customers. I'm going to add you to this VIP customer page that is my best customers. And I'm just going to be giving special tidbits, little nuggets, and some giveaways, incentives, and stuff in there. So I think that's brilliant. I love that. So, yeah.
Hey, so that VIP customer group, is that somewhere you think you would consider putting discount coaches? Yeah, they're not building the business. All they are is they're doing it for the discount.
Yes, totally. I would, but I also think we need to add them to the team page in case they change their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I do though. Do any of you have one of those going right now, a VIP customer page where you're rolling over? Does anyone have one of those?
I do. I have a group. Even if they're a free customer, I'll put them in there. Even if they've never bought anything, I'll put them in there.
Yes, I do. It's not active really at all, but I created one a long time ago.
Is that you, Kristen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You have one. It's just not very active. How can you make it more active, I wonder?
I don't know. I've actually been thinking about that a lot lately. It's one of the things that I've been mulling over. When I posted in there on a regular basis, people were just basically ignoring me. So I kind of stopped posting because I wasn't getting any engagement at all.
Give something away.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Give something away that people really want.
Yes, and you are very good on live video. So go in there live and ask for a culture change.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so next slide, 500 plus PV activity. And Sherry and I voxed about this very. Oops, let me mute.
You don't get to stay up later.
Let's see. Oh, it's a. Okay. Sherry and I talked about this today over Voxer, the Facebook pay, the Facebook business. Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my real life. The 500 plus PV. Bo, Molly, stop. Come here. The 500 plus PV, having a Facebook page. So basically, this is like what we used to have to do. They used to have to create a website. Now we can basically have a free personalized website. And I do think almost all of you have done this step, but I'm going to put it on our recording anyway, because a lot of what we're doing is duplication. So yeah, you guys might already have a business page, but it's something that we want to duplicate because we want to teach this and instill it into, like, what does a 500 PV coach, 500 plus PV coach look like? Well, they have a Facebook business page. That's basically like a free website. You're able to target a market. You're able to target your niche. You are doing, as Shalene would call, curiosity posting. You guys remember what that means, right? So like if you saw my Shift Shop post about my transformation from Shift Shop, I was like, these are my results after doing, 25 minutes a day working out for a week, 35 minutes a day for the next week, 45 a day for the next week, increasing my vegetables and protein while decreasing my carbohydrates. That's all I said. And I can't tell you how many people asked, what were you doing? What was this program? What is this? Did you create this meal plan? Is this a Beachbody plan? Like, there was so much curiosity because I didn't say these are my Shift Shop results, because they could Google that, So curiosity posting, I think, and I hope you guys all watched that Shalene video. If you didn't, it is in Team Play Hard resources under social media training. Curiosity posting. So that's something you're able to do on your free website, which is a Facebook like page. You are able to, it's just a simple way to connect, and it functions as a website. That's all I wanted to say there. A 500 plus PV coach in this kind of media category basically is working on Instagram and Facebook. A 500 plus PV coach is kind of starting with those two primary platforms. We do talk a lot about going deep before we go wide. I have no idea. My dogs have been fed. I don't know what's going on. And the next slide, 500 plus PV coach, creating customers who influence. We talked about that as a subtopic from last week, creating customers who influence. And I was kind of like, how do you do that? What does that even mean? How do you create a customer with influence? Well, here's how. Talk about having raving fan referrals. Raving fan referrals. Ask them to buddy up, them being your customers. Ask your customers to buddy up. Every time you have someone that wants to join you in a challenge, tell them they will be more successful and have more fun if they do it with a buddy, because that is true. Someone at their office, someone in their family, a sister, one of their best friends, they will have more success, they will have more fun, and you'll create more PV. If you do it with a buddy, ask them to buddy up. Just make that a habit. And we need to teach this. Everything we're learning here, we're going to also teach and duplicate. So then tell customer buddy stories. So that would be something like, my customer has a friend and together they fill in the blanks. And then finally, in that category of creating customers who influence, offer incentives. Like, if you guys refer, or if you guys bring a buddy into our challenge, I'll hook you up with a Fixate hard copy of the Fixate cookbook, or I'll get you a Shakeology shaker, or I'll get you a canister for your Shakeology. If you bring a buddy, I will send you a sample of Daily Sunshine in the mail. Or everyone who brings a buddy, I'm going to put in a raffle. And I'm going to draw one of those raffles and give X away. All right, we are almost done already. 500 plus PV activity. Expanding or expanding your teams, or both. Product confidence. We touched on that a little bit last week. go a little bit further tonight. Reach beyond the challenge pack. Start with the challenge pack. The challenge pack is the golden ticket. That is their best value. That is their best results. It is your greatest revenue. Remember the goal, creating the greatest revenue per customer while meeting their needs. That's the goal. So the challenge pack has that. But see beyond it. See past that challenge pack. We'll talk about a little bit more about that in a second. But explore the benefits, like you really explore, and then teach this to your team. Explore the benefits of Shakeology. For those of you guys that have been around a while, Emily, if you guys remember this, she did a deep exploration of, like, she would take an ingredient. We did it recently as a team this last year. We each took an ingredient. You guys ran wild with that. I was blown away. I was like, pick an ingredient and like teach us something about it. And all we had to do was Google that ingredient. And it was like, well, this helps with your libido. And did you know this helps with this? And it was like, it was awesome. So we should probably do that again. And Heather, I didn't. So we will check that out. Because I don't know what it is. Okay, so really explore the benefits of Shakeology, and then basically that, again, Milan talks about the tummy trouble trio. She said, being a woman in her later 50s, it's one of her, and that being, of course, because your avatar is you, your niche market is you, an extension of who you are. So that's she's like, she sells that all the time. And she said a lot of coaches, me, didn't even know it exists. Or the benefits of it. And then, a Shakeology training guide. Thank you for posting the link. You should post that in Team Play Hard, since this is thank you. She gave me a thumbs up. All right. So, the performance line, we mentioned, like, if someone isn't interested in the challenge pack, or someone's like, I'm a CrossFitter, and even though we talked about how, well, do yoga or do PiYo on those off days, the performance line is brilliant for someone like that. So, and then like, people typically describe Shakeology is your daily dose of dense nutrition, right? Or my superfood shake. Those have become, like, basically cliche. So we need to find our own, like, better way. I mean, those are fine for, like, a brand new coach. That's fine. But we need to know the product a little bit better. And I mean, there are things about it. I remember when I started using it, I remember that people complimented my skin. Like, what kind of skincare are you using? I got that a lot. I was using Shakeology, and our skin is an organ. And, that's what I was doing for my face. I just didn't know that was a benefit of Shakeology. My hair and nails were growing. Like, we forget. So it might be my mother-in-law, it helps her go to the bathroom, like, regularity. And one of my best friends, like, literally had a bloated, like, just struggled with bloatedness. And she's super tiny, and super lean. And so her bloatedness looked like, almost like she felt like she looked pregnant. And she's really, really lean and really, really little. And Shakeology got rid of that. Greenberry. She was like, she was already taking a different protein supplement for 10 years. She had Lean Machine. She loved what she was taking, and it was cheaper. She was not interested in Shakeology, but I left her a bunch of my, like, Greenberry packets. And by day 3, she was like, how do I do it? I'm not bloated. Like, I'm not bloated at all. So that it didn't have that effect on me. Like, it affects us differently, but we need to do a deeper dive into it. So then Milan recommended this. I love this. We are going to do this. It will benefit all of us. We are going to create little videos on our cell phones of ourselves. We're going to do it horizontal, not portrait, because it's better. Give me horizontal. And then give me the raw file, meaning an MP4 extension. And we just need testimonies about, it doesn't even have to be Shakeology. I don't care what it is. It can be energize. It can be recover. It can be, I hope there's a lot about Shakeology, but whatever, let's get our team and our teams and our coaches, even our customers to get them to me. Let's make a big project. I can make good video now. Finally I can make decent video, and I know how to edit it. I can put little transitions. I can edit. Like if you say and you want me to edit that out, I can. I can put a filter on it. I can make a nice title. I can put music to it. I can make a highlight reel for what our products are doing in our lives that we can give our customers. Let's work on that. I'll give more instruction. I'll post a lot about it. But this is the first time I'm mentioning it. I think it's brilliant. Milan's team has one. We need one. I want that. And then all of us will have it. It doesn't need to say Team Play Hard. It can just be, if you wanted to have your team's logo at the end, I can do that. We can do that, but we need product testimony from all of us, better energy, whatever, decreased sweet cravings. Okay. And then she's have a best results video library for the team. So, that's that one. So just to review that one, it was basically expanding your team's product confidence. So a little bit more research. If it's a no to the challenge pack, know that we have so much more. Wouldn't it be great every time we had an objection to the cost of Shakeology if we could be like, well, watch this highlight reel, because $4 a day is worth this. Okay, and then a complete plan to kind of conclude here. Teach the Beachbody story and where you fit into that story and timeline. So if that basically, like, remember the John Congdon, Carl Deichler, 1997 or 97, 98, infomercial business, said you have to work hard to get results. P90X put us on the map. All that whole, know the history. Someone please let me know if it's 97 or 98. I'm forgetting right now. I don't know why. And then remember, the network was born in 2008. And then you enrolled whenever you enrolled and why you did it. That's the part of your story and woven into the history. Know that piece and teach people how to tell their Beachbody story. Teach sponsoring, enrolling conversations that you do that are duplicatable. So lately, and I've been starting to do a little bit of this, I'm going to start doing a lot more of this because I think it will be helpful. In our Emerald page, I post stuff in there that I wouldn't want to overwhelm a brand new coach with, but I'm going to start doing a little bit more of this, but lately I've been just showing conversations that I'm having. Again, you guys know I don't use scripts. So, how are you talking to people as you're trying to enroll them? So I can give you guys lots of examples of conversations I have. A lot of times I get them on the phone, and if they live near me, I try to get in front of them at a table, and have a conversation. So that's what I would recommend. So teach how to have sponsoring and enrolling conversations. Duplicate your onboarding process. I think we've got that dialed in. I feel really good about our new coach training, although it could use a revision again with Daily Sunshine, and it could use another slight tune-up, but I think we're really dialed in with getting them to do the Google form, getting them in the first Monday of the month. I think we've got our onboarding system as a team pretty sharp. And then, incentivize 500 plus PV coaches and incentivize them. And then I'll say something about that and then I'll close. I'm not motivated by gifts. So like, I guess it's just maybe not my love language. So like, I don't like when we can win like a t-shirt or a backpack. I know the backpack was really cool. I did want the backpack, but those things, a bobblehead, I was like, I don't care. I don't even want the bobblehead. Don't even send it to me. Like, I just want to hit Success Club. I don't care about the bobblehead. But it occurs to me that some people do like to receive gifts. It just probably isn't the way I'm wired. So I want to start, especially since the company doesn't like per se reward the 500 plus PV coach as much as they do the Success Club point earner. I'm wanting to do more in terms of incentives for the team for stuff like that too. So, and then, okay. So in closing, just ask yourself, what's the experience you want your coach to say that they have, when they enroll as a coach, 6 months into being a coach, a year into being a coach, what would you want someone who enrolled with you? What would you want them to say about their experience at those benchmarks, or about how they feel about their business at those benchmarks? So just to conclude and wrap up, those time-sensitive impending events are basically like your online party. So you always, of course, want to be doing a challenge group, free groups, be part of special interest groups, and let's try to get VIP customer groups. Kristen has one. Kim already has one. It doesn't sound like any of the rest of us do. So let's try to get that up and running. Even if there's 3 people, be like, you guys are my 3 VIP customers. I want this group to grow to 100 people this year. You guys are my grassroots. You guys are my grassroots VIPs. And then, that social media Facebook page is a replacement for having a website. You don't have to have a website. Let that be your Facebook like page. Definitely be using Instagram and Facebook, both those platforms. And try to create customers with influence, that whole like bring a buddy, do it with a buddy thing, incentivize them. And reach beyond the challenge pack, and let's better our understanding. Let's change the way we talk about Shakeology so we don't fall into the couple cliches. And then let's get that team video. Let's work on that. Let's work on having a team video for our Shakeology. How about we all do one about Shakeology, and we all do one about some other product? So I'll have a Shakeology specific one, and then I'll have one that's a hodgepodge of like the whole smorgasbord. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got. Yeah, I love the highlight reel video idea. That'll be fantastic. We could.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if you saw my question. How do you make it MP4?
Oh, just your phone's video. In other words, don't give it to me as a YouTube file or something that I can't, just like a raw, whatever the raw file is, whatever it is on your phone will be fine. Oh, you could also do it via Google Drive. If you upload it through Google Drive, but if you have an iPhone, yeah, if you have an iPhone, can't you just text it to me?
Yeah.
If it's not like too long, I think you can just text it. Be fairly well lit and all that stuff. But I also want it to be real. In our new coach training, I wanted everyone to be like, nice background and well lit and sit up straight. But this, I want to be like raw. Like, we are real people. These are the real people with our busy lives on our team talking about Shakeology in their, messy kitchen or whatever. You don't need to look perfect. You don't need to sound perfect. It doesn't need to be real polished. It can be raw. It can be like vloggy. What else was I going to say about the chat? Oh, I know what I was going to say. We should also, sorry to give you like so much homework, We can start with the Shakeology one if you want, but you know what would be so cool too? If we all did like, I'm glad I became a coach because since I became a coach, da 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 da. These are the top 3 things I love about coaching. If we all had clips like that, that would be so cool too. That'd be so cool. And then if we have one with our transformation photos, you guys, those would be huge. Yeah. Transformation photos could be just a slideshow of 1 second per photo. These are our coaches. It starts with us. And then we could do Shakeology testimonies. Then we could do a general product testimony. And then we could do, I'm glad I became a coach because. Those would be huge. So this is, you know, late summer. Let's have a goal of having those done by in the fall. It won't take me long. It shouldn't take us long. I'm really sorry I was late and that my animals were crazy. They were extra. They were extra crazy.
Too bad Beachbody doesn't have gift cards.
Yeah.
Do they?
No, they don't. But you just reminded me of something, and you're going to be like, how did that remind you? But is Kim still on? Yeah. You guys, guess what I posted on? It's now called the round table. It's not the wall anymore. Guess what I posted today? Maybe I can show you. You'll be so proud of me. I'm going to show you. You guys will be so proud of me. Watch. Watch. Wait. X out. What's different? Who am I? What's different about this? Who can tell me? Come on. It's clean! I cleaned my desktop. I cleaned my desktop. Okay, watch. This is important. Let's go to the round table. I just want to show you what I posted tonight. I really don't post in there because, hold on. Let me see if we can find my post. Okay, look. Can you read it?
That would be wonderful.
Cycle. And then we could do it Beachbody Live.
I gotta send you a picture, real quick. I got a video the other day, and this girl got off her bike during class and started twerking.
No. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Send it to me.
Okay, how does that have to do with a gift card? I'm confused.
It doesn't. It's just that I really feel like I'm going to stop the recording. Hold on.